This is from Mike Clay, ESPN, via heavy.com. He projects Deshaun Watson to throw for 3,741 yards. That would be seven most in Browns franchise history. 21 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Also thinks he will run for 377 yards and 3 touchdowns. Again, that is Mike Clay from ESPN. That's via heavy.com. Tim, if Deshaun Watson throws for 3,741 yards with 21 touchdowns, Browns are going to have a pretty successful season. They're going to be in the mix in the AFC North, and they're going to be in the mix to go deep in the playoffs.
Yeah, maybe I kind of feel like the 21 touchdowns is kind of a little low to me because you look at his numbers, in his second and third seasons in Houston, 26 touchdowns apiece, and then you look at last season, 7 touchdowns in 6 games, although we can, say that semantically it was 5.25 games, and really he was kind of ineffective in that one quarter in Indianapolis. But then you also look at the 11 interceptions. That would put him on given the same amount as Brock Purdy had last year, Jordan Love, Matthew Stafford, and then fewer than Jalen Hurts, Tua Tagovailoa, Josh Allen, and oh, by the way, Patrick Mahomes. So if considering the Browns' issues with turning the football over last year, the interceptions they threw, I think the Browns would be very happy with only 11 interceptions from Deshaun Watson. Obviously, I'm sure they would love him to score a few more touchdowns than 21. If he gets in that 26 to 27 range, I think that's a very successful season, especially if, like I was saying, he can keep those turnovers down because we saw just how much it hurt this team, particularly in the playoff loss in Houston when Joe Flacco threw those 2 pick sixes.
Yeah, I think the touchdown numbers might be in that 21, 25, 26 range because I think the Browns are going to be able to effectively run the football with that offensive line. Dante Foreman's a really good back. When Nick Chubb gets back, I think they'll be able to run the football. And I think because of the way they're going to the way I think they will run their offense, they'll run into lighter boxes, which is even going to be more of a problem with Foreman and Nick Chubb.
Yeah, you do bring up a good point with Deontay Foreman. I suddenly had kind of visions of like Tolbert, being like, remember how he was kind of the fantasy football, for lack of a better term, touchdown vulture. I don't know if that'd be the same kind of case in 2024, but that kind of goal line weapon as a running back is certainly a thing that I could see the Browns using quite a bit of, especially if with new offensive line coach Andy Dickerson employing some different run schemes and different run fits in this offense. So certainly they'll have a bunch of different ways to put the ball in the end zone potentially.